everybody, thanks for joining me. I hope you all had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. I got to go up to the Mark Twain Lake area and stay with Pup and Jeff, and it was the best time. Our whole family went, and we just jammed a ton of fun activities into one day. If I don't already have it up, I should have it up soon, like on my TikTok. It may be too long to be a YouTube short, but like I documented everything. But anyway, for this video, this is something I've been wanting to do because there's been this ad from Persona floating around my Facebook page, and it shows a girl popping on like concealer, 2 Persona sticks, and you've got like the whole face patched out, mapped out right at the start, and then you just start blending it in. And I know this isn't like a brand new technique. Sometimes people like to do this, especially on camera, for just like the visual of here's where all the product is and then here's how you blend it in. But I don't feel like I've done that on one of my videos, and I wanted to see if it really made things easier and if I really liked the end result. So I'm gonna do it just how she did it. So my skin is already prepped with moisturizers and sunscreen, and the first step shows a concealer being dotted on, and we don't know exactly what concealer was used in the video. Persona does not make a concealer stick. Hopefully that comes soon, but I'm going to use something that I can dab on, you know, the center of my face and get that concealer effect. I'm using my NARS Soft Matte Concealer, one that I absolutely love. This is in the shade Creme Brulee, and I kind of want to see how well that blends in. I think it's going to do really well alongside the sticks from Persona. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to do my dots. I'm going to really get into my innermost corner with some of that and dot out here so you can see my dots. I will dot like center of the forehead here and down my nose. Get the redness around the side of the nose. And we'll do a little dot right here. Okay, there's the concealer dots. Then I'm going to do my blush dots. This is the Persona stick in Bubble. This is like your cool pink option. And she had several dots just going up the cheek. I'm kind of lessening in intensity as I go upward with those. Hopefully that works. And then I'm going to use Dune as my bronzer stick. So this, I'm going to do dots up here, 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 here. I'm more of a swiper than a dotter usually, but I want to do it how she did it. Oops, that wasn't a very good dot. I want picturesque dots, okay? Okay, I'm all dotted up. And then before blending in, she did like a mist of what looked like the Rare Beauty spray, which I have. It's the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Skin Mist. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. Maybe that makes the blending even easier. And then I have the base and conceal brush from Persona, the double-ended brush. So I'm gonna use that conceal side, and she started there and then she went to the fuller side for the blush and then kind of like mushed right into the bronzer. So let's just see. I'm not going to try to prolong this, give like super long descriptions of what I'm doing. I just want to see, can it be done quickly and can it be done well? Okay, so this is the Soft Matte Concealer. I love working with this concealer because I feel like it blends in alongside like any kind of foundation that I like, whether it's something more matte or something lighter and more dewy. And now we'll just see if it makes sense being used kind of as the sole coverage item alongside these sticks. Okay, and then I'm flipping to this side, the fuller side, and I'm just going to start blending in that Bubble blush. And I'm kind of going downward a little bit, because I don't want to get it too close to my eye, and I don't want to like be taking away a lot of the coverage from the concealer, so I don't want to over brush that area, if you know what I mean. Maybe if I just kind of stipple right on top of it. Okay, and then she just stayed with that brush, and we'll see if the contour makes sense. It feels a little lower to me just because of where I had to go in relation to my blush. I think in my normal sequence of application, the bronzer would have gone on first, and then you could overlap that with a little blush. But when everything has to have its dot on your face, it makes you kind of change your placement a bit. Okay, like it's working, but it's certainly fast. I mean, now in just a few minutes, I'm going to be at the point where I would apply a little setting powder, you know? For the quickest look ever, it could be like just mascara, brow, and lip, and you're done. Okay, forehead is looking great. The bronzer just had to blend into the hairline. And then if I have any extra bronzer on my brush, I can just kind of take it down here around the jawline. I don't think that cheek is blended yet. You know what I might do differently next time, guys? I would try this again, but I would do a swipe. I would stick with my swipes because somehow I'm more comfortable blending that. Now I'm having to think, like, where was that dot and is it fully blended in with the other? But like a little swipe higher with the blush, higher with the contour. It is undoubtedly very fast. If you have your 3 key products on hand and you're just popping them on, it does truly come together really quickly. Things look dewy, fresh. The blush application, like maybe I just can't unsee where those dots are, but I feel like it's not perfectly as blended as it would be on a normal day with foundation all over my skin and then a swipe of the blush and then I blend it. Like, when have I ever complained about blending a Persona blush? But right now I'm like, I put those dots on there and I feel like it's struggling somehow. I am confident that it's blended in now. So speed, I give it 2 thumbs up. The overall real look of that technique, I can't give it like a 5-star rating. I would have to give it like maybe a 3.5. I do love the Persona sticks. This doesn't take away my love for them, but putting them on in that way, I think the dots are just for show. Just do a little streak. Do a streak next time, a streak here. Get it all a little higher on the skin, and then I'm only thinking about blending out that little streak. Does that make sense? But to finish this quick look, what I would continue on and do is take some translucent setting powder. This is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Grab a little puff and do a little under eye setting action and a little nose setting. Because it is late July, I really don't want to see what the face would be doing if I didn't do any setting powder at all. Even though I'm a normal to dry skin type, like I'm still a sweaty skin type. Why is that never listed? I choose the sweaty option. I'm not just generally always producing oil, but when I get hot, I get hot. Then I can kind of dust away that. That looks smooth. You know what might make me happier at this point? Grabbing a little of my Bubble Powder Blush from Persona, just a little bit of that with a blush brush, and just letting that go over top. Yeah, that's pretty. Cool, I like that. Hi, kitten, kitten. Biscuits hasn't come in a video for a while. I heard you were doing that dot method. Oh, now I got cat hair stuck to my face. Next, I'm going to do my brows. I'm just going to fill in with a little pencil here. I'm going to grab my e.l.f. Ultra Precise and Cool Brown. I just don't think I found that as pleasant and enjoyable as just my usual method of putting on a foundation, putting on concealer, doing that whole face step routine, and then just dabbing on the contour, blending that in, dabbing in the blush, blending that in. Because let's face it, it executed on speed, but I'm not always going for speed. If I was, I might do it that way, but do it with little, like more of a streak of product. Because let's face it, the dots are really just to make the people watching the video stop. You know, it's a visual thing. Then we're gonna just add a little bit of Control Freak Brow Gel. Then I'm going to go right to curling my lashes. This is just gonna be like mascara and a lip color, and I could use the bubble on my lips. I may do a little bit of that, but I might like work in another shade too. This is CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen, one of my faves of the moment. Look how that just immediately takes hold. On my lips, I'm gonna apply a little bit of bubble, because these are multitasking sticks, you know, and we can take advantage of that. So I'm gonna get a little of that color all around. It feels very balmy, very creamy. And then I'm gonna use some of my Lawless Forget the Filler lip liner. It's called Definer Liner in Desert Mauve. We're gonna try that shade and kind of work some of that in from the outside. And then just blend over it a bit with the finger. I like that shade. Reinforce the curl on these lashes. And there we have it, friends. Like, this is a really easy look, honestly. Like, the speed of it all cannot be argued with. I just don't think I got the best execution out of these sticks when I did it that way. But like I said, I could kind of shift how I did it. Maybe streaking it on instead of spotting it on, doing a little bit thinner swipe, doing it higher. Those are ways I could have maybe improved this method for me personally. However, I do think the soft matte concealer paired well. I think those textures colors did come together when it ultimately came to like getting it all blended, that created a decent base for me. And really, you know, I don't have any foundation on here. It was just this and this stuff. So let me know what you think. Do you ever do your makeup that way? Do you ever swipe all of your like face complexion color products on at once and then just get to blending? How's that working for you? And what products do you like to use that way? I do think that going over top with an additional powder blush really smooth things out. So that could be kind of something you could reach for if you feel like you weren't 100% pleased with your blending. But yeah, also just keeping it simple on the rest of the face. I mean, it wasn't gonna make sense for me to try to do that so quick and then go on with a half-hour long eye look. You know, we're just popping on some mascara. It looks good. Do a little lip color that kind of coordinates, and yeah, I can be pleased with that look all day. So thank you guys so much for watching this quick video, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.